Oh my god. I'm screaming. I literally cannot even process what just happened on my screen right now. Okay, but listen. You need to sit down, grab a drink, do whatever you have to do because I am about to unload the most insane, unhinged, absolutely devastating sequence of events that General Hospital has ever given us. I am shaking. I was literally eating my dinner, just a casual Tuesday night plate of spaghetti, minding my own business, and I actually choked. I had to pause the TV, cough up a lung, and immediately start texting you because my jaw dropped so hard it is practically on the floor. I'm dead. I am actually deceased. Wait, let me back up because I am so all over the place right now. My brain is misfiring. Okay, so you know how Marco Rios has been playing this incredibly dangerous game? Like, Marco, honey, what were you thinking? I was yelling at my screen the entire time. Why would he do that? I swear, these characters act like they have 9 lives. So Marco, bless his heart, decides he's going to be the hero for Lucas Jones. He goes into the safe at Windermere to steal Britt Westbourne's Huntington's medication doses so Lucas can reverse engineer them. Which, by the way, is a noble cause, but also the most incredibly stupid thing you could possibly do when Ross Cullum is lurking around. Cullum is literally the devil. He is a WSB nightmare wrapped in a cheap suit, and Marco is just treating him like a minor inconvenience. I can't breathe just thinking about how naive Marco was being. And don't even get me started on Pascal. Ugh, Pascal. He's the one who realized the missing doses were gone and went running to Cullum like a little tattletale. So Cullum knows. He literally held the vials up to Marco earlier and was like, looking for these. At that point, any normal human being would pack their bags, change their name, and move to Antarctica. But no. Not Marco. Marco actually had the audacity to tell Lucas not to worry. He literally told Lucas that Cullum wouldn't make a move without firm proof because Cullum wouldn't want to risk the fury of Jen Sidwell. Jens Sidwell. Marco's dad? Marco actually thought his daddy's name was going to act like a magical shield against a psychopath who kills people for sport. The delusion. I was like, are you serious right now? Mark my words, I said to my cat. This is going to end badly. Okay, where was I? Right, so the ambush. The actual ambush at the law office. I am getting chills just typing this. So Marco is at the law office probably thinking about what he's going to have for lunch. Completely oblivious to the fact that the Grim Reaper is literally walking through the door. Cullum walks in. And Marco looks spooked, right? Like he knows something is off, but he doesn't know how off it is. Because Cullum has a knife, hidden behind his back. I am screaming at the TV, turn around Marco. Run. Throw a chair? But no, Marco just stands there probably still clinging to this delusional idea that Cullum needs proof before he does anything. Cullum doesn't need proof. Cullum is a monster who eliminates threats the second he senses them. He doesn't wait around for a jury trial. And then, oh my god, I'm tearing up just thinking about it. Cullum just goes for it. He doesn't monologue, he doesn't give Marco a chance to explain or beg or use his dad's name. He just attacks. He stabs Marco to death right there in the law office. The brutality of it. It was so visceral, so fast, so completely unhinged. I literally had to cover my eyes, but I was peeking through my fingers because I couldn't look away. Marco didn't stand a chance. He underestimated what Cullum was capable of, and it cost him his life. The blood. It was everywhere. I am so dramatic about this, but it was genuinely horrifying. Mark was dead. Marco Rios is actually dead. The audacity of the writers to just take him out like that. Not okay. I'm done. But wait, I forgot to mention earlier, but it gets worse. Because who has to find the body? Who is the absolute unluckiest person in Port Charles who just happens to walk into the worst situations at the worst possible times? Alexis Davis. Yes, you heard me. Alexis. Poor traumatized, stressed out Alexis, who is already dealing with so much garbage right now. She's fighting Tracy Quartermain over Danny Morgan's guardianship. She's trying to get Willow to drop the restraining order so Danny can see Scout. She's literally just trying to keep her family together. And she walks into the law office on March 24 and finds a literal slaughterhouse. My heart broke for her. I was literally crying real tears. Alexis walks in, probably expecting to review some boring legal briefs or whatever, and she sees Marco's bloody body on the floor. The shock on her face? You could see her soul leave her body for a second. She rushes over because she's Alexis and she tries to help and she checks for a pulse. But you and I both know there is no pulse. The man is gone. He is severely injured, it's a gruesome state, and there is absolutely no hope. Alexis is just kneeling there in the aftermath of this horrific crime, realizing she has to call the PCPD and deal with all of this trauma. She needs a vacation, honestly. She needs to get it together, I swear, but how can she, when people are getting sliced up in her workplace? And then the cops arrive. The PCPD starts investigating, asking Alexis questions, and she's just rattled. Completely rattled. But while Alexis is dealing with the immediate horror, my brain immediately went to Lucas. Lucas Hons. Oh my god, Lucas. I am literally hyperventilating thinking about Lucas finding out. Because Lucas loved Marco, Lucas was so worried about him, and Marco promised him he would be fine. And now Lucas is going to get his heart ripped out and stomped on. This happens on March 25. The next day, the absolute worst day of Lucas's life. And guess who has to deliver the crushing blow? Elizabeth Baldwin. Liz. My poor sweet Liz, who is currently being pressured by Rick Lansing at the Port Charles Grill about their future, which is insane by the way. Rick locked Carly in a panic room. Liz run. Liz is the one who has to sit Lucas down and tell him that his boyfriend was murdered. I am not emotionally prepared for this scene. I am going to need an entire box of tissues. Liz is a close friend, so at least Lucas is hearing it from someone who loves him, but still. How do you even say those words? Hey Lucas, you know how Marco said Cullum wouldn't hurt him? Yeah, well he was wrong and now he's dead. It's going to be a devastating, gut-wrenching, Emmy-worthy performance from both of them, I just know it. GH spoilers are saying this horrific exit is going to rock Lucas to the core, and I believe it. His reaction is going to destroy me. I'm calling it now, this is going to end badly for everyone involved. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever, anyway, let's talk about the ripple effects because this isn't just about Marco and Lucas. This murder is going to set off a chain reaction that is going to burn Port Charles to the ground. Let's start with Jen Sidwell. Marco's dad, the guy Marco thought was going to protect him. Sidwell is going to be devastated. Like completely unhinged with grief. He confides in Ava Jerome, which by the way, Ava being the grief counselor for a dangerous man is so on brand for her, I love it. But Sidwell vows to make his son's killer pay. He wants blood. He wants revenge. And who does he think is to blame? Sonny Corinthos? Yes. Because Cullum, that absolute snake, isn't just going to leave his DNA at the crime scene and confess. No, Cullum is going to frame Sonny for going after Marco. Cullum needs a way to keep suspicion off himself, so he sets Sonny up. And Sidwell buys it. Ava is going to be terrified for Sonny's safety because Sidwell is a madman. And Sonny is going to have this massive legal problem, which means he has to bring in Rick Lansing to fix it. Rick. Defending Sonny. The drama of it all. I am literally living for this, even though I am also dying from the stress. And while all this is happening, Jocelyn Jax, yes Jocelyn, who is suddenly Nancy Drew, is going to be collecting clues and trying to solve the puzzle. She's going to realize that Cullum killed Marco and set Sonny up. I am so proud of her, but also like Joss, please be careful because Cullum will stab you too. He literally has no boundaries. Oh wait, I forgot to mention earlier, what about Britt? Britt Westbourne is the whole reason Marco was stealing those meds in the first place. Cullum is going to use this chaos to order Britt back to Windermere to finish that prototype. He's going to threaten her life, he's going to threaten her loved ones. Britt is trapped. She was supposed to go to Canada with Jason Morgan. They had an escape plan. But now Jason is getting arrested by Dante in the gym parking lot in front of Danny, which is a whole other tragedy. Poor Danny just sitting on the bench at his basketball game. And Jason is probably going to get kidnapped by Cullum as a departure strategy. It's too much. It is literally too much for one person to process. I forgot to mention earlier, but while all this literal murder and mayhem is happening, Brooklyn Quartermain is over here trying to get foster parent approval for baby Phoebe. Like the tonal whiplash of this show, 1 minute a guy is getting sliced up in a law office, and the next minute Brooklyn and Chase are having a sweet domestic moment about fostering Delilah's premature baby. And of course, Tracy Quartermain is interrogating Brooklyn, asking if she's just using the baby to get past her issues with Gio or her marriage problems. Tracy is so blunt, I love her, but read the room, Tracy. We have bigger fish to fry. We have a serial killer WSB agent on the loose. And don't even get me started on Nathan West and Lulu Spencer. They are finally going on a date, trying to have a romantic bedroom session. And Nathan is over here spilling secrets to Lulu about how dangerous Cullum is and how worried he is about Britt. Nathan. Why would you tell Lulu? Lulu is a Spencer. You tell a Spencer there is a dangerous mystery, and what do? They go investigate. Lulu is going to land herself in so much danger of her own if she's not careful. She is going to end up right in Cullum's crosshairs, just like Marco did. I am yelling at my screen, Lulu, stay home. Lock the doors. Watch a movie. But no, she's going to go poking around. It's just insane. The entire town of Port Charles is completely unhinged right now. I am sitting here typing so fast, my thumbs are actually cramping, just trying to get all these thoughts out before my head explodes. I literally cannot wait for March 24 and March 25. Those episodes are going to be absolute cinema. The drama, the tears, the sheer terror of Ross Cullum walking around like he owns the place. And poor Alexis. I just keep going back to Alexis finding the body. The trauma that woman has endured over the years is staggering. And now this discovering a gruesome murder scene in her own workplace, she needs a spa day, a vacation to a private island, and a restraining order against the entire universe. And Lucas. My heart just shatters for Lucas. He finally finds someone he's trying to be happy, he's trying to help his friend Britt, and it all blows up in his face in the most tragic way possible. Elizabeth is going to have to hold him while he completely breaks down. I am going to be a sobbing mess on my couch. I already know it. I have to go stock up on snacks and tissues because next week is going to be a bloodbath of emotions. Oh, wait. I almost forgot the most ironic part of this whole absolute nightmare. Remember how Jen Sidwell was planning this massive dinner party at Windermere? He was literally planning a party to unite Lucas's family and Marco's family. He wanted them to all get together and break bread, and Carly was helping him plan it. And now Marco is DED. There is going to be no dinner party. Or maybe there will be, but it will be a literal wake. Can you imagine the absolute chaos if Sidwell still tries to hold some kind of gathering while mourning his son and plotting to murder Sonny? The tension is going to be off the charts. I am actually hyperventilating. This show is trying to kill me, I swear to God. Okay, seriously, I am putting my phone down now. My pasta is freezing cold and my cat is judging me. But mark my words, this Marco murder is going to go down in GH history as one of the most unhinged things they've ever done. The audacity. The sheer unadulterated audacity of it all? I am deceased.